tweaking. Hold on.
Yeah, I meant to send the live stream to my brother. He- I ain't tell him which one he was live on.
Jawan,
My oldest brother, Michael.
did you just copy your link?
Uh,
What's going on, brothers and sisters around the world? It's your boy Terrell Humphrey, and welcome to Failure's Knowledge. Here at Failure's Knowledge, we empower people to become the best version of themselves by doing what we love to do. And for episode number 43, we got my special guest, my brother from a long time coming, Alex Day. What's going on, man?
what's going on? What's up? What's up?
I'm gonna copy this link so you can send it to your brother.
Okay, I don't know if it's gonna shoot me out the live stream, so I'm just gonna. He probably catch a replay, so I just leave it like that.
Okay, for sure, for sure, for sure. All right, Alex, what's going on, man? Who are you? What are you doing? Where are you from?
Well, my name is Alexander Day. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. Uh, you can just call me Alex. Right now, you see me inside of a truck. So right now, I'm a truck driver, so I just go cross country.
Man, that is incredible. That is incredible, bro. It's been a long time coming. I ain't gonna lie to you. Back in middle school, that's when the last
Hmm.
time like we was like in real contact with each other. How you been ever
Face to
since
face.
then?
Oh, high school football. You know, been good. So you know, football took me a long way. It put me in this position I am now. So I'm thankful for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What? So let me ask you this. So, what has football taught you about yourself?
About myself,
About yourself.
discipline. Without
Mm.
discipline, oh man, it'd be a long one for you. Definitely,
I
discipline,
agree.
discipline, and listening. Them two right there take you a long way. That's for sure. Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
Okay, so the reason why I asked you that is because when we played y'all, our senior year, I tore my ACL, and man, that mug
Yeah.
was devastating, bro. And
Hmm.
what made me ask you that question because we've been playing football our whole life. Then it's been a long time, and
Hmm.
and for me to tell my ACL, the one thing I learned was like, damn, you gotta really appreciate the things that's really coming to your life because they can be gone quicker than they came. And then once I realized, I'm like, wow,
Hmm.
that is crazy. That is
Right.
crazy. Y'all,
Yeah.
because Little Rock, y'all had some cheat codes on y'all damn team, man.
Yeah, I wanted you to come. I wanted you to come over there. I was talking to a
Yeah,
lot of guys to come over. So.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That I should have. No, Central was pretty good. Central was pretty
Mhm.
good. Yeah, the culture y'all had pinpoint everything. Every year y'all went to the playoffs, right?
Yeah, pretty much every year. Every year we went to the playoffs. So I think my class was the first to make it to state. Well, not the first, but the first out of that. I think since like 1990, they last time they've been in state. So we was the first class to go to the
Did y'all
state
win?
championship. No, no, we lost. We lost. We lost to
Mm,
Fayetteville. They were a pretty tough team. So we
how
lost
was
there.
that? How was that? Like,
Uh the
whew,
loss. The
yeah.
loss, it was devastating. To lose like that, it's like you really can wish you can do more. But you live and learn. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's how I see it. So.
Okay. Okay. So during that time, so you know how you having all this success, right? All this
Hmm.
success, y'all winning tons of games, y'all playing tons of games, playing tons of people, and y'all winning consecutively, right? So
Right.
when that one tragic event happened to where y'all lost the playoffs, what did you learn about yourself at that moment?
What I learned from myself, you just have to work harder and just maybe try it again next time. That's what I learned. And I just learned from the previous class that I don't want to go out like that my senior year. So
Mm-hmm.
because think the last, I would say like the 4 or 5 classes in front of me, they all lost in the semis. So I knew I wanted for myself that we got to start with yourself, then work out towards your teammates, and
Hmm.
we all wanted to go to the state championship and win. So I pretty much started with myself. I worked hard. I worked hard. I took over leadership, and then we just went from there.
And that goes in that plays in a role of discipline.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
discipline.
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh yeah, with the discipline, you can't you know get in trouble with school. You can't do stuff that off the field that would affect you on the field. So practice make perfect. So you got to practice real hard, and then you carry over to the game. So,
That that is amazing because, bro, and it's hard to realize. It's hard to realize that we want all this success, we want all this riches in life. That we don't even start with ourselves. We often
hmm
overlook that. We think we're not the important thing to work on, but how can you accumulate the success that you want if you don't put the time in it? You feel me?
hmm
And not just with football, with life. and
exactly.
and and it was crazy. So our senior year, I was the leading linebacker in our conference, where in our class. So I had like 36 tackles in 4 games. In
hmm
4 games, and it was crazy because of the amount of work that I put in behind the scenes. People don't see that. People don't see
hmm
how much pain and suffering you're putting on your body, how much you're trying to figure out, how much you got to do, how much film you got to watch. Bro, that mug is really exhausting, but behind the scenes, that's where all the work is made.
hmm
And
Exactly.
and, and a lot of people don't realize, okay, boom, once you have this thought, you want to be the star player of your class or of your whatever you want to say. But it takes time to actually get to that level.
hmm
So
hmm
how many brothers do you have?
3.
You have 3 brothers. Jawan, Michael, and what's your younger brother name?
Tyler. So
Tyler.
it's Michael, Juwan, me, Tyler.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
with
You got any sisters?
no sisters, all brothers. So yeah, a lot of going on in the house. So everybody
Yeah,
know what that means. I hope.
yeah.
So yeah, a lot of food being ate, a lot of wrestling back then. That what we like to do. We like to wrestle. Then you have football with it, so we used to play right there in the den. So we used to tear up a lot
Mhm.
of stuff and attempt to fix it. So yeah, my brother tell you about that. Yeah.
Hmm. So what did you learn from, let's just say, all your brothers? Because you learned something different from each and every one of them, right?
hmm
What's the biggest thing you learned from all of them?
I'll say I'll start with Michael. With Michael, I say I learned to be more wise about others, think about others. Because
Hmm.
Michael, he thinks about other people and being connected. So that's why I learned a lot about Michael. And so as far as like technology, he can teach me things that I don't know. So he can be more of the teacher.
Hmm.
My brother Juwan, I say he he shows me another way. Like if I'm thinking this way, he'd be like, okay, that's cool, but think about this way. You know,
Logic.
why would you do that? Do that. hmm So that's what I like about Juwan. So when I need something like another point of view, I'll call him and he'll help me out.
Hmm.
So, and really, Juwan, uh, he been through a lot of ups and downs. So we all have, but with Juwan, he been through pretty much a lot. He'll tell you about it. I'm not gonna give too much, but he been through a lot, and I learned through that. And I learned, okay, they did him that way. I make sure that never happened to me. So,
Hmm.
and then my little brother, little big brother,
Hmm.
he's about he shot up. He's not the baby brother you saw like a while back. So, but Tyler, he's real quiet. He's real quiet. He's the goofy one. He
Hmm.
always crack jokes. So I know he's more the chill. With him, I learned how to be chill. You know, be okay with things. Don't let things get too much bother you. That's what I learned about Tyler.
And that's incredible. So I got 2 brothers, Timmy and Tony, and
hmm
and we learn multiple things from our siblings because one, we with them our whole lives, you feel me, and like
hmm
two, like we just see us grow with each other. So Tony is he's very intellectual, right? He's very in tune with everything that he's doing because when he has a goal, he want to do it, but at the same time, he's second guess why he's doing it. If that makes
Right.
sense. So, but he still do it, but find a way. Okay, how can I get out of my head to actually make this like complete what I wanted to complete? And that take time. It take time to realize. Okay, boom, I gotta go. Well, am I second guess myself? Am I doing it for others? Or am I doing it for myself? He got a realization of I'm gonna start doing it for myself. I'm gonna start doing it for myself because if I don't, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And Tim, he just he's very intricate person, knowing that
Mm-hmm.
okay, boom, this is where he want to go, and this is why he gonna do it, and knowing that it shows that we are more than what we are,
Mm-hmm.
because we are made from our parents, from our siblings, from our environment, from our time, from our people that's not blood. You feel me? And it just goes to show like we're always growing, we always developing, we always finding new things about us.
Mm-hmm.
What's the biggest thing that y'all pops taught you? Well, your pops and your mom still together, right?
Yeah, yeah, they've been together over 20 years, over
That's
20, 30
amazing.
years. So yeah.
That is incredible. What's the biggest thing both of them has taught you?
My pops pretty much taught me everything. Even
Mm,
even now, we still, as I'm going up in life, he makes sure that, you know, I'm on the right track.
mm-hmm,
So that's why I say when I said earlier the discipline, he brought that to the house.
mm-hmm,
That's for sure. He made sure that we all say our manners, we respect, be on time for everything. He's the discipline. When you hear people talk, you need discipline in the house. He laid it. He laid the discipline. He laid it. He made sure. And so, that's what I learned from him. Hard work. I watched him come home. He come home from steel factory working like 10 hours, and I just saw the hard work in us, and he
mm-hmm,
pushed us. He pushed us to be hard workers and be
mm-hmm,
good citizens. So that's what I learned. My mom, my mom, I'll say not to take things from other people. That's what I
mm,
learned because she worked at a job where it's not really good, but and sometimes it is. So that's what I learned with her, and she pretty much they all help me out now with things I might not know or she probably do, and she can step in and help me and learn this, that, and the third. So.
mm.
Mhm.
And that's incredible. That is phenomenal because the one thing that my mama told me was that she showed us what hard work is. Okay, boom. When you working hard for something that you want, it's gonna come to life, but it's not gonna come overnight. It's gonna come during
Right.
time. Over time, the more work you put in, the more you're understanding what you're trying to accomplish and why you're reaching this goal. Why you even trying to pursue it. You feel me? Then it just
Mm-hmm.
goes to show like they instill something in us. Okay, boom. Our team is still something in us. Our family, our siblings instill something in us. Now we're trying to figure out who we are. You said
Right.
earlier that you're dealing with your own discipline. You're not your own discipline, but dealing with your own things. How are you overcoming that?
I just take it one day at a time. You can't get all of it at once. Just being patient. I was talking to a guy earlier. The steady man win the race. So that's how I
Mm-hmm.
try to do it now. When when something come up, I want to fix it right then. But at the same time, I just come back and realize, okay, I can do it this way, that way. That's how you deal with problems like that. So I used to just take it in, absorb it, let the pain hit. Then after a while, just think of another ways I can fix it. So that's why I use and handle it.
How long did it take you to realize how to handle what's being dished to you?
Phew, still now, like now, really. I say, really, life really just taught me that.
Mm-hmm.
Really life. My parents, so it pretty much been embedded in me. So to say how long, man, it just take time. You can start it now. You can start it now,
Mm-hmm.
and you just you know when you have issues, just take it in. You're gonna be worked up, you're gonna be mad or whatever, but after a while, you just kind of have to calm down and just be
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, what else I can do to help this situation. So that's pretty much it been bred in me, and so that's how I am. So it's just how it start with now.
And that's amazing that you actually realize something like that, because right now I'm doing like a series on like mental health, right? So
Hmm.
when bad things happen, we always intake what's we actually overlook it. Okay, so we suppressing our feelings, we're not actually accepting what's going on, because how we supposed to? How are we supposed to know, like, okay, boom, this is the reason why we're going through this. This
Right.
is the reason why I'm depressed. This is the reason why I'm feeling like this, because we're not listening to ourselves. We
Right.
haven't been put in a situation to where we have to actually listen to what we're talking about or doing or been through or going through or becoming, but we don't want to accept what's wrong with us because we don't know how to.
Hmm.
So the series that I'm doing is to bring awareness to mental health, is because if we don't, nobody's gonna really talk about it. I mean, it's all often always overlooked, because
Hmm.
it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah. I would just say this, don't run from the problem. Don't chase
Mm,
don't chase don't run from your problem. Just accept it. Just accept your problem. I would just say to speak to others, because believe it or not, a lot of older gentlemen or older people been through that. So as a young man, if I come up with an issue,
mhm,
I have older gentlemen that's around me, and I go speak out and see what they might know or they've
mhm,
been through, and they can give me advice on what to do. So that's to tackle mental illness. I say just accept the problem and just speak out. Find someone in your circle, or create a circle that all
mm,
been through that. So that what I do, and it's been good. I've been good ever since. So, and I'm still working on it. So.
mhm. It's a daily routine. It's a daily habit. It's a routine that can't be broken, because
Hmm.
once you develop that discipline in order to work on yourself, that understanding, okay, boom, this is what wrong with me, that acceptance, it goes to show, like, wow, I'm this is what's really wrong with me. You can
Hmm.
actually say it out loud and not feel so bad
Hmm.
about it.
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
and you said create your circle, or just talk to your circle. How important is recreating the circle that's around you?
It's, I think that's the if I think all people should at least have it, or at least someone they can
Hmm.
talk to, because you never know when a problem might come up, and that next person right there can help. So I'll just find individuals that y'all on the same path or already been through it, and he can help you. He or she can help you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why that's what I'm working on, and right now I feel a lot better. So so. Hmm.
And I hear it. I hear how much you are working on yourself, because you can tell when somebody's working on themselves when they're not working on themselves. The
Hmm.
conversation that they're having, the language that they're speaking, their demeanor. It's like, okay, boom, this was what wrong with me, okay, but now I'm not gonna tell nobody. But little do you
Hmm.
know, the person that you're telling is probably already dealt with what you just already overcame or trying to figure out. And it
Hmm.
goes to show it's not even about age.
No, it's
Not
not.
even about age, bro.
It's not. It's not. It's crazy.
It's not even about
No.
age.
Hmm.
Just
And believe
imagine how
it,
many. Go ahead. I'm
no,
sorry.
believe it or not, it's people older than me just probably have the same issues. So you know, the older gentleman might have an issue. He might come to me, and I might know a little something that might help. So that
Hmm.
happened before. So that
Hmm.
happened before. Hmm. Yeah.
And it goes to show that we're going through something for a particular reason, so we can help the next person. So we can help them. Okay, boom. This is how you can overcome this. I mean, this is just my experience, my advice. You can take it how you please, but at the same time, I done dealt with what you trying to overcome. I done dealt with what you're going through. Now
Hmm.
you can either take the advice, do it as you please with it, but my thing is to give the advice. I gave you the advice. Now it's about what you do with it.
Hmm.
That whew. Do you feel how much you have grown within yourself?
Like every time I look back, like whenever it's a new year, or I get like today, I got like a Facebook remembering thing. You know how it pop up X amount of years. I'll just be like, wow, I've been through. Just think about that right there. To now, I'm like, wow, I've really grown a lot. So yeah, it's amazing. And I got plenty more years to grow. So it's like every
Hmm.
year I'm want to take it up a notch. So mhm.
So to not go to the back to the depression stage, or I mean, it happens, it's gonna come again, but
Yeah,
at the same time, you know how to deal with it. To let me see, to handle it, not to handle it, but to control it from happening. What steps are you taking to for the goals that you're setting for yourself?
well, not to go through it again or
Yeah, or to understand it more.
to understand it. I would just say that I just take it as just life. You're gonna go through it. You're gonna have your up and down. So the steps, it just just start by one. Just what is the problem? Where is it coming from?
Mm,
Then the second one is okay. That's the problem. What can I do to fix it? And so you know, is it I need to do this better, or do I need to cut this out? What is it that I need to do? So that's how I usually there's steps. It's a short step, but me, I'm a simple guy. I like to keep it simple, simple.
mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
if I try to bounce all around the wall, it's just like no, it's gonna make it even worse. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna make the blood even pour out even more. So I try to keep it simple as possible and intact.
Mm.
So
And
that's
you
how I like
speaking
to.
from experience.
Hmm.
Speak from experience, because I'm telling you, people gonna actually go through their phase of life to where it's gonna knock them down. Don't know how to do it, how to recover from it, but you need to be knocked down. A lot of
Oh yeah,
times, a lot of
as
times.
anyone, because you never been through adversity. When somebody come up to advice and you never been through it, it's just like you know I ain't never been through it, so nobody can relate to you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's that's why that's what I want to do. You know, be related to anybody. So because believe it or not, somebody's watching. Somebody's always
Yeah.
watching and want to know. So mhm.
Mm-hmm. So you're right. Somebody is always watching. So how are you doing it to make sure they that you set an example for not just yourself, but everybody that's willing to come at you.
Mhm.
And that's the key factor to life. Never stop growing, never stop learning, never stop failing, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get knocked down so many times, bro.
But once you
And,
get over the hump, oh man, you like man, I believe I went through all this hard work. I mean,
mm-hmm.
I felt all this way just when I got here. It's just like, oh, I can do it again.
Ain't that
You just
bad.
repeat. You just repeat, repeat. That's when the success comes. So,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So
oh,
so
so,
how did you transition to the trucking industry?
oh, okay. Well, of course, after high school, I went off to play college ball down in Monticello, and I was in class. I think that first semester, and it was a man came in and told about the programs we have. So,
Mm-hmm.
Monticello have other than your 4 year programs, they have 2 years and 1 year programs that you can join. And
Mm-hmm.
lucky for me, I was on scholarship, so I can do the 4 year and the 1 year in hospital and have it all paid off. So
Mm-hmm.
when he came into class, he said we have these programs, which he said was like said CDL. You had heavy equipment, you had welding and registered nurse, not registered nursing. I think like medical assistants. I'm not really sure, but
Mm-hmm.
what caught my attention was the CDL. So I was like, man, I can get my CDL for free, but I have to talk to my coach. And so, I went and talked to the counselor because we have like a counselor, athletic counselor that we deal with. So I went to him first, and he said, "Yeah, you can sign up, as long as it's okay with your coaches." So I left from him, went to my head coach, and I talked to him about it. And his name Coach Jackson, which he's still there. He
Mm-hmm.
real cool with it. He was okay with it as long as I make it on practice on time. Which we in college you have like three workouts. You have like
Mm-hmm.
a morning workout, then you have like a lunch, then you have like an afternoon, which
Mm-hmm.
start like 5 or something like that. So most people not a morning piece person, but in order to join the program, I have to go to the morning morning practice, and so
Mm-hmm.
he was cool with it, and so I got in the program that fall. Then no, not fall, that spring I got in, and then that fall I got my license. So it's like when the spring came, that's when the CDL training started right there
Mm-hmm.
in the spring. So I had to leave from there to practice. So in the CDL program, it was a lot of us in there, and we only had two trucks. So how can I do this and that? So I just took it upon me to beat the punch,
Mm.
beat from everybody to come in there. So I just went ahead and started, driving the trucks during the spring. And then when it came fall, all I gotta do is a couple things, which
Mm-hmm.
is like the 90 and the straight. But I got familiar with the manual transmission,
Mm-hmm.
and then so like that spring, that fall, it was really smooth. I didn't get a lot of time in the truck, which is okay because it was okay because I already was practicing before you guys came here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I say towards the end of the season I got my license. And so that's
Mm.
how I end up getting my license. And then when the pandemic hit, which was the following year, believe it or not, I had like four jobs. I always tell people I had four jobs in college.
4
I
jobs.
had I had football, football, school. Then I worked part time Chick-fil-A, and I was part time school driver. So I had four jobs.
Mm.
Then I was going to morning practices at 5:30, and you can't be late. So that's what you had to be disciplined, be on time, and get your schoolwork done. So, but yeah, I did all that in that spring, that spring
Mm.
of I think 2020. And so when the pandemic hit in 2020, I kept one job, but I lost my main source job, and I had really needed a lot of money, and a whole lot of people was hiring, so I just gave truck driving a shot, and then ever since then, and I've been doing it, and I've been enjoying it. So that's how I end up driving.
Mm.
So yeah,
And that, bro, and it's crazy how everything we're doing ties back into discipline, ties back to self-realization, ties into what are you trying to accomplish. Because I'm telling you, man, and it's crazy and it's amazing that you even said that, like even described it like that. How were you keeping up your composure the whole time you was doing that? You had 4 jobs, bro.
yeah. It's not a lot of people can do it, but it
No.
was.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was. You just gotta. Whenever you get free time, you just gotta get that work done. So.
So you was willing to sacrifice.
Yeah, I really sacrifice. Because I wanted to experience, with my CDL, doing something with it. So I had that. So, hmm
Mm. How important is sacrificing for what you want? Sacrificing things for what you want.
well, in order to get things, you got to work.
Yeah.
So, like right now, I'm sacrificing not being home. I can be home, but it's like things I want. And so, when you have a family, you got to take care of your family. So that was sacrifice to me. You got to do the things that other people don't want to do.
Mm.
So, I'm just right now. I'm just getting myself prepared to when I do get on my own, I'll be okay.
Right.
So, and then that takes a lot of time. So,
That's incredible. That's incredible. And like you said, a lot of people don't even want to do this. A lot of people don't want to sacrifice the time that you have in order to create the life that you desire, the life that you're looking forward to. And do you have an ideal life that you are aiming for? If that makes sense.
oh well, ideal life is I have passive income coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I really want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I just saw my parents and how they used to come home, and they tired and they work a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
I just saw myself. I didn't want to necessarily live that way. I want to come home. Everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, things not gonna be okay, but I'm comfortable. I have
Mm-hmm.
money saved up for retirement. I don't have to worry about digging into my retirement. because all my assets are good, and
Mm-hmm.
my assets are good to pass down. So that's I'm still gonna work. I still like to work, and that's the life I want to live. Just
Mm-hmm.
peacefully. I have me a couple acres, and that's the life I see myself down the road. It's a long way, but I see
Yeah.
myself there.
And it's and the fact that you actually see where you're going, you vividly see where you're going, shows you, okay, boom, I'm on the right track, but it's gonna take some time. But like
Hmm.
you said earlier, slow and steady. You feel? So
Right.
I'm making small progression, but at the same time, I'm still progressing. And then when you look back, you're gonna be like, damn, I really just accomplished a
Hmm.
lot.
Hmm.
That dang, I just really did all that, bro. It's crazy. So I looked on my Instagram. I have like over 300 and some posts. I was like, that is wild, bro.
Hmm.
From zero all the way up to 300. I said that is wild. And then I'm like, I'm really putting that work in right now. I mean, granted,
Exactly.
it ain't gonna come over time. Well, I'm sorry, it's not gonna come overnight. It's gonna come over time. But at the same time, the more work you put in, the more you're able to identify what's going on,
Hmm.
what
And
you're trying to
also
accomplish.
staying
Because
consistent.
staying
That's one thing I
consistent.
noticed. That's one
Oh
thing
my
I noticed
goodness.
about you. Staying consistent. That's the that's the biggest key is staying consistent. You
Yeah.
know, because you can just start off and then next you look up, you're not doing it next 3 or 4 days. So
Mm-hmm.
staying consistent is putting in work. It'll carry. It'll carry. You definitely have rewards come back to you.
Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna come tonight. It ain't gonna come today.
Nah,
Well,
nah.
it's gonna come when it's supposed to come at the day and time is ready to you're ready to achieve it. I mean, receive, not achieve it, receive it. And it goes to show like, and I appreciate that too. I appreciate that too because
Hmm.
you're consistent through your whole process too. You feel
Hmm.
me? And like it goes to show you're on the right path. It goes to show what you're doing now is for tomorrow. It's not for today. And
Hmm.
that is incredible because your support system, you yourself, your mental health, you're taking everything in account. Your family, how can I make them better? How can I make this thing that we call life a better situation?
Hmm.
And that mug is incredible, bro. And the simple fact, so you said that you seen your parents how they come home and they was exhausted.
They exhausted. Not they have time, but not a whole lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for me. I don't want to be just gone away from home, but you got to start somewhere, and
Mm-hmm.
then eventually you're gonna get there. So,
I agree.
which is it's tough, but you just got to stay consistent. You just got to stay going. You got to keep your chest up, head
Mm-hmm.
high, and just keep going, keep moving forward.
Staying consistent, disciplined, seeing where you want to go, understanding, sacrificing. There's so much that we have to do, but a lot of people don't put their time in. And it shows that. So my mama, she taught us how to work hard for everything we want. Survival mode. Okay, boom. We always surviving. Literally, figuratively, not literally, right? There's a
Hmm.
survival mindset. I don't want to survive. I want to live the life that I want to live and do what I want to do when I want to do it. So everything I'm doing is not just for me. You feel me? It's for my family, generations to come. How can we create something that we ain't see before? How can we
Hmm.
create something that can give the life a sustainable life to everybody?
Hmm.
Sacrifice. Get around people. Get around new people. Meet
Hmm.
people that's gonna help you grow.
Hmm.
And it goes to show, bro, like we're on the right path. We're on the right path. How was college ball different from high school ball?
Uh, I say from high school ball, you pretty much the man. You pretty much the man, and me, I'm coming in as a 2 year starter to being redshirted. In front of I think that it was like 5 players in front of
Mm-hmm.
me, 5 running backs. And they all not just senior running backs. They all like redshirt juniors, so they got an extra 2 3 years. They're gonna be there. So right there off top competition. You got to
Mm-hmm.
compete.
Mm-hmm.
You coming from high school, you was the man. That's not gonna carry over to college. You got to compete just like the rest of the guys. And I
Mm-hmm.
came in with five other running backs. So it's not just me. It's like four other running backs, all red shirts. So
Mm-hmm.
you got that, then you got guys in front of you. So now we in a room full of running backs. I think it was about 8 or 9 of us in there.
Mm.
So right there, you got to compete. That's off top. Not just compete on the field. You got to compete like in the weight room, your class. You got to stay eligible. So, you know, uh, that's I would say that's the difference. And then nobody is in your corner to push you. You got to push yourself. And so you
Mm.
got to get up to work out on time. You got to get to class on time. You got to have your grades. There's a whole lot. Not just that. You got to work out outside of yourself, outside the what your coaches give. You got to do it for yourself too. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that is evolved, and then like going back to discipline. We in college now, so a lot of adult activities going on. You got that
Mm-hmm.
right there. So you got to really be really take care of yourself and stay on while you are there. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the main difference. In high school, you the man. You can get away with certain things, but in college, nah, none of that slide. So that's why I said the difference is competing. Then you got a lot more distractions, and you're pretty much on your own. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I would say the difference. Football is football. You gonna have to work. You got to start back to where you was a sophomore, where you have to work your way up through the ladders. And so that's why I say the difference. The difference would be. Hmm.
Oh, so during this time, you're older, you're more wise, you're more in tune with yourself, right? At this time, what did you learn about yourself? I know I asked this question during high school,
Uh,
during your high school phase, but during your college years, what is the most important thing that you learned about yourself?
in college, uh, that's a great question. I would say in college, what I learned about myself is that uh, hmm, 'cause that was a little minute ago. In college, I would say that I'm easy to get along with.
Mm.
I say I'm pretty easy to get along with. That's
Hmm.
I'm pretty cool with everyone. So that's what I
Hmm.
would say that I learned. Uh-huh.
What made you realize that?
Everybody can come to me and talk to me about anything, or they need advice or help or anything. I can, pretty much help them out. So, like I still have friends that from college they'll hit me up and ask me certain things. So, hmm
Mm. And the reason why I asked you that question twice is because it's an elevation of life. It's an elevation of growth because what you learn in high school is gonna be different from what you learn in college because there's different time frames, there's different experience, there's different confidence within yourself. There's different understanding. So as we progress in life, we learn different things each and every day. But what sticks with us? And the reason why I asked you this, so when I joined the military, well, before I joined the military, I knew I wanted more out of life, but I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I wanted. Okay, boom. I was working at Walmart. Nothing's wrong with working at Walmart. But at the
hmm
same time, I'm like, had this thought come across my mind. I was like, I don't see myself working here for the next 20 years.
hmm
I mean, okay, boom. I ain't got no type of work experience, so let me go to the military. Whole time I'm thinking the military gonna teach me some type of how to use my hands, how to actually gain the work experience that I've been looking for. But this whole time, yeah, I'm becoming more personable. The whole time I've been before I joined, I was a people person. I
Right.
know you can start making money being a people person. Then when I got in the military, it taught me, okay, boom, you're really good at understanding. You're really good at solving problems. Okay, how can I like make that sustainable? But just be around people. Be around people because we can't do nothing without people. You feel me?
Exactly.
Hmm. This whole time I had it ingrained in my mind, but I never paid attention to it because I didn't know myself. I wasn't aware of myself. I wasn't. I wasn't. I didn't know what I wanted.
hmm
And now I understand. Okay, boom. I'm a people person. How can we work together? How can we grow? How can we
hmm
create something that's gonna be? profitable, sustainable, educational, and inspiring. Because people, our generation, our demographic, not just our demographic, even any other demographic, want to be successful. But how are you doing it? You
Mm-hmm.
seeing the right things, being around the right people, just having the right conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and that that's what I'm saying. Like we're on the right path of just elevation, growth,
Mm-hmm.
life. Hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's 40 minutes. I know you said 45 minutes. All right. So before we end, I only have one segment. I only have one segment, and it's called Best for Last. So this segment
Just for
is
last.
I ask four questions, ask four last questions, and you have to answer them quick with a quick explanation.
Okay.
All right. So the first question: how do you keep your composure?
Keep my composure.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, kind of have to bite the tongue. Want to bite the tongue. Bite the tongue. That's what I say. Bite the tongue.
Okay. Okay. What are you grateful for?
What? Grateful.
Grateful. Yes,
Living.
sir.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
living. I'm still living. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go deep down, but I have friends that's no longer here, so
Mm-hmm.
I definitely say living.
Right. What and I agree. I agree. I hate that even
Hmm.
happened. What do you regret?
Where I would get, not appreciating the process. At the time, at the time, I wanted it to be over, but I should have embraced it more. Embraced it more, because it would have helped me more along the way. So,
Mm. And then last but not least, what does failures knowledge mean to you?
for me knowledge, it says itself. It says itself. Failure is knowledge. See, the more you
Hmm.
fail, the more you know.
I'm trying to tell you.
It says itself. That's self-explanatory. The more you
Hmm.
fail, the more knowledge and wisdom you have. Because you win, you just be used to winning.
Hmm.
There's no, you know, what, what can you learn from a person that wins all his life? You know,
That
you know.
what can you learn from a person that wins all his life? Who said that? I seen a video. Dang, I can't remember but somebody said the exact same thing. I can't remember the video though.
Hmm. Because
Hmm.
everybody can relate to the guy that lost. He can teach you, hey, you do that, that won't happen. See,
Hmm.
because
My
you go up
homeboy.
to a person, and say that never happened to me, then you're just like, okay, I can't really relate to this guy. So, hmm
Hmm. I just remember it was my homeboy, my brother Tim. Well, not my blood brother, but my other brother Tim. He was like, man, I don't know, I can't learn from your success. I said, I want to learn from your bad endeavors, and actually grow from that. How can I grow from that? Implement it in my own life. That's who said that, and that mug is a true statement for
hmm
real, man. All right, so before we end, do you have any closing remarks? And
oh, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Find some mentors to help you along your path. So that's what will be my closing mark. Just be yourself. Find mentors and reach out and talk to your family. Talk to someone, because I just had someone who took himself. So and
mm-hmm,
what could I do to reach out? So that's what I say nowadays for people, is just to reach out and talk to people, and
all right.
help yourself out. So that's would be my closing remark. And always keep faith. Always keep faith. Learn from your failures and just keep moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Man, that is man. I really appreciate you, Alex. You mind if I pray right quick?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, for sure. All right, Heavenly Father, we come to you say thank you. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for letting us have this great conversation. And just, Lord, we hope that it impacted one person. And for those that's going through a trial and tribulation, let them know this is going to be okay. Let them know that they need to go through this in order to figure out like who they are and who they become. For everything that bad that happened, Lord, we ask you to strengthen those families that's around them, everybody that's around them. Just ask you for healing and strength. We thank you.
Hmm.
We love you. Thank you for everything you've done. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, blog. Too many, but you get the point. But continue to be yourself, continue to be great, and continue and never stop striving for greatness because you got this. You just have to believe that you got it. We thank y'all and we love y'all. See y'all later.
See you later.